So, I killed another one. This makes what, number 7 this year? If you've ever stood in the plant section of a store, desperately wanting that Instagram-worthy jungle aesthetic, but knowing deep down that you're basically a plant serial killer, this video is for you. Because today I'm sharing 15 houseplants that are so tough, so forgiving, so ridiculously hard to kill that even I haven't managed to destroy them yet. And trust me, that's saying something. Stick around to number 7 because that one literally thrives on neglect. I'm serious. The more you ignore it, the better it does. Let's get into it. Plant 1, Pothos, starting strong with the absolute champion of beginner plants, the Pothos. Also called Devil's Ivy, and honestly, that name makes sense because this thing refuses to die. I've forgotten to water mine for 3 weeks, moved it to a dark corner, and it just keeps growing. Pothos can tolerate low light, irregular watering, and pretty much any condition you throw at it. The vines can grow incredibly long, making it perfect for hanging baskets or trailing down shelves. Pro tip: if you do overwater it, the leaves will tell you by turning yellow. Underwater it? They'll get a little droopy. It literally communicates with you. Water when the soil is dry to the touch, and you're golden. Plus, you can propagate it super easily by cutting a vine and putting it in water. Instant new plant. Plant 2, snake plant. Number 2 is the snake plant, also known as mother-in-law's tongue. And I mean, with a name like that, you know it's tough. This plant is basically the ultimate low-maintenance choice. Snake plants can survive weeks without water. They tolerate low light, bright light, dry air, and rarely need fertilizing. They're also NASA-approved air purifiers, which is pretty cool. Here's the thing with snake plants. The number one way people kill them is by overwatering. These plants prefer to be forgotten. I water mine maybe once every 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes longer in winter. The thick, upright leaves store water, so they're drought-tolerant superstars. If you're a chronic overwaterer, this plant will teach you patience. Plant 3, Z plant. The ZZ plant, or Zamioculcas zamifolia, if you want to impress people at parties, is number 3. This plant has thick, glossy leaves that almost look fake because they're so perfect and shiny. ZZ plants grow from rhizomes underground that store water, which means they can go ages without a drink. They tolerate extremely low light and are pretty much pest-free. I've seen these plants survive in offices with only fluorescent lighting and weekend waterings. The only real way to kill a ZZ plant is by overwatering, which can cause root rot. Let the soil dry out completely between waterings. In winter, you might only water it once a month. Also, fun fact, ZZ plants are mildly toxic if ingested, so keep them away from curious pets and kids. Plant 4, spider plant. Coming in at number 4, we have the nostalgic spider plant. Your grandma probably had one, your elementary school definitely had one, and there's a reason they're everywhere. Spider plants are incredibly forgiving. They like bright, indirect light, but can handle lower light conditions. They're fine with irregular watering and actually produce adorable baby plants, called spiderettes, that dangle from the mother plant on long stems. These babies make propagation ridiculously easy. Just snip them off and pot them up, or even leave them attached for a really full cascading look. Spider plants do like a bit more humidity than some others on this list. So if you see brown tips on the leaves, try misting it occasionally or moving it to a bathroom. But honestly, even with brown tips, these plants keep chugging along. Plant 5, rubber plant. Number 5 is the rubber plant. And if you want something that makes a statement without requiring much effort, this is it. Those big, glossy, burgundy, or dark green leaves are absolutely stunning. Rubber plants prefer bright, indirect light, but can adapt to medium light. They don't need frequent watering. Wait until the top couple inches of soil are dry. These plants can grow quite tall, becoming a beautiful floor plant or even a small tree indoors. One thing to note, rubber plants can get a bit leggy if they're not getting enough light, but you can prune them to encourage bushier growth. Wipe down those big leaves occasionally to keep them dust-free and photosynthesizing efficiently. Overall, very low maintenance and very dramatic looking. Plant 6, Cast iron plant. The name says it all with number 6, the cast iron plant. This plant earned its name because it can withstand neglect, low light, temperature fluctuations, and irregular watering like a champ. Native to the forest floors of Japan and Taiwan, cast iron plants are used to growing in shade with minimal care. They have beautiful, dark green, strappy leaves that grow in a clump. They grow slowly, which means less maintenance and repotting for you. These plants are perfect for those dark corners of your home where nothing else will survive. North-facing windows? No problem. That dim hallway? Perfect. Water when the soil is dry, and honestly, that's about it. If you can kill a cast iron plant, you might need to seriously reconsider your plant parent journey. Plant 7, Chinese evergreen. Here's number 7, the one I promised that thrives on neglect. The Chinese evergreen, or Aglaonema. This plant is stunning, with beautiful variegated leaves in patterns of green, silver, pink, or red, depending on the variety. Chinese evergreens are incredibly tolerant of low light, though the more colorful varieties prefer brighter conditions to maintain their patterns. They like their soil to dry out between waterings, and they're relatively slow growers, meaning less fuss for you. Here's why they love neglect. They prefer to be slightly root-bound and don't appreciate being fussed over. Overwatering is pretty much the only way to harm them. Set them in a spot, water occasionally, and watch them thrive. They also help purify your air, so they're working even when you're ignoring them. Plant 8, Philodendron. Number 8 is the Philodendron family, and specifically, the heartleaf philodendron is perfect for beginners. Similar to Pothos, these plants have beautiful heart-shaped leaves and trailing vines. Philodendrons are adaptable, tolerating various light conditions from low to bright indirect light. They prefer their soil to dry out slightly between waterings. The vines can grow super long, and they look gorgeous in hanging planters or climbing up a moss pole. Philodendrons are also easy to propagate. Just snip a stem below a node, pop it in water, and wait for roots to develop. They're also in the same family as Pothos, so if you can keep one alive, you can definitely handle the other. They're basically cousins with very similar care requirements. Plant 9, Dracaena. Number 9 is the Dracaena family, which includes varieties like the dragon tree, corn plant, and lucky bamboo. These plants come in all shapes and sizes, from tall, tree-like specimens to smaller tabletop plants. Dracaenas are super low maintenance. They tolerate low to bright indirect light, though they prefer moderate light. They don't need frequent watering. Let the top inch or two of soil dry out first. They're also great air purifiers and can handle some neglect. One thing to watch: Dracaenas are sensitive to fluoride in tap water, which can cause brown tips on the leaves. If you notice this, try using filtered or distilled water, or let your tap water sit out overnight before watering. But even with brown tips, these plants keep growing and looking good. Plant 10, Peace Lily. Number 10 is the Peace Lily, and this one is special because it actually blooms indoors. Those elegant white flowers are actually modified leaves called spathes, and they're gorgeous. Peace lilies are incredibly forgiving and will literally droop dramatically when they need water, then perk right back up after you water them. It's like they're giving you very obvious signals. They tolerate low light better than most flowering plants and don't need much fertilizer. Keep the soil consistently moist but not soggy. Peace lilies also love humidity, so bathrooms can be a great spot for them. They're also excellent air purifiers. Just note that they're toxic to pets, so keep them out of reach if you have curious cats or dogs. Plant 11, Aloe Vera. Number 11 is the useful and nearly indestructible aloe vera. Not only is this plant super easy to care for, but it's also medicinal. That gel inside the leaves is amazing for burns and skin irritation. Aloe is a succulent, which means it stores water in its thick leaves. It needs bright, indirect light and very infrequent watering. I water mine maybe every 2 to 3 weeks, letting the soil dry out completely between waterings. The biggest mistake people make with aloe is overwatering. If you see the leaves turning brown or mushy, you're watering too much. Aloe also produces pups, or baby plants, that you can separate and pot up to make new plants. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and it barely asks for anything in return. Plant 12, Jade plant. Number 12 is the Jade plant, a beautiful succulent with thick, glossy, oval-shaped leaves. In some cultures, jade plants are considered symbols of good luck and prosperity. These plants are incredibly drought-tolerant and prefer to be underwatered rather than overwatered. They like bright light and will actually develop a reddish tinge on their leaves if they get enough sun, which is really pretty. Jade plants grow slowly and can live for decades with minimal care. Water when the soil is completely dry, which might be every 2 to 3 weeks. They're also super easy to propagate from leaf cuttings. Just let a leaf dry out for a day, then place it on top of soil and it'll grow roots in a new plant. It's like magic, but easier. Plant 13, Parlor Palm. Number 13 is the Parlor Palm, which brings that tropical vibe to your space without the tropical level maintenance. These palms have been popular houseplants since Victorian times, which tells you how resilient they are. Parlor palms tolerate low light better than most palms, making them perfect for apartments or offices. They prefer their soil to be slightly moist but can handle some drought. They also like humidity, so occasional misting is appreciated but not required. These palms grow slowly and stay relatively compact, usually maxing out at around 4 feet indoors. They're non-toxic to pets, which is a bonus. And unlike some palms, they don't need tons of bright light to survive. Just a steady, low-key care routine, and they'll be happy. Plant 14, Lucky Bamboo. Number 14 is Lucky Bamboo, which isn't actually bamboo at all. It's a type of Dracaena. But it's still incredibly easy to care for and looks really cool, especially when arranged in spirals or other shapes. Lucky Bamboo can grow in just water or in soil. If you're growing it in water, change the water every week or two and make sure the roots are always submerged. If you plant it in soil, keep the soil lightly moist. It prefers bright, indirect light but can tolerate low light. Lucky Bamboo is often associated with feng shui and is thought to bring good fortune. Whether you believe that or not, it's definitely a low-maintenance plant that adds a unique look to any space. Plant 15, Swiss Cheese Plant. And finally, number 15. Actually, you know what? I've got to give an honorable mention here because there are so many great beginner plants. If you want another bulletproof option, consider the Monstera deliciosa for those iconic split leaves, or a Hoya for a low-maintenance trailing plant with unique waxy leaves. But the real takeaway here is this. You don't need a green thumb to have a beautiful, thriving indoor garden. You just need to choose the right plants and understand their basic needs. Most of these plants fail because of overwatering or being placed in completely wrong light conditions. Start simple, observe your plants, and adjust as you go. So there you have it. 15 houseplants that are basically unkillable. Well, almost unkillable. If you're just starting your plant journey, pick 1 or 2 from this list and see how it goes. Build your confidence, learn what works in your space, and then expand from there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more plant care tips and tricks. Drop a comment below and let me know. Which plant are you going to try first? Or if you're already a plant parent, which of these is your favorite low-maintenance buddy? And hey, if you've killed one of these plants, don't worry. We've all been there. It's part of the learning process. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video on 17 stunning houseplants that can grow in water. No soil needed.